Alright, today I'm going to be talking about the communication process and why communication is such an important part of management. I'll also discuss formal and informal communication, the importance of nonverbal communication, and how managers can use all of these to become more effective leaders when it comes to the workplace. So communication is more of the most important skills as a manager that a manager can have. No matter what type of business or organization someone works in, communication is how information, ideas, and expectations are shared. If communication isn't clear at all, employees can become confused. Deadlines can be missed, mistakes can happen, people could lose their jobs because of that, and teamwork can suffer. So good communication helps people understand their responsibilities and work together towards the same goal, and that's hopefully getting good money. The communication process has several basic steps. First, there is a sender. The sender who has an idea or message to share. The sender then encodes that message by putting it into words, writing, or another form that others can read off of or can understand. Next, the message is sent through a channel such as face-to-face, conversation, email, text message, phone call, or even video meeting. The receiver gets the message and decodes it by interpreting what the sender meant. Finally, the receiver gives feedback, which lets the sender know whether the message was understood correctly. Throughout this process, there could also be noise, which is anything that interferes with communication. Noise could be distractions, poor technology, misunderstandings, or even just different interpretations that could possibly be of the same wording. So managers depend on communication every day. They communicate expectations, assign work, solve problems, motivate employees, and just basically provide feedback. Excuse me. They also communicate with customers, other departments, and upper managements when they need help. When managers communicate clearly, employees usually feel more confident because they know what is expected from them. Good communication also builds trust, creates a safe and productive workplace where people are more confident and comfortable asking questions and just sharing ideas and being themselves in general. Another part that is important of communication in organizations is the difference between formal and informal communication. Formal communication follows the organization's official nature, which is including company emails, policy manuals, performance evaluations, meetings, reports, and announcements from the management. Formal communications helps ensure that important information is accurate, consistent, and documented. It keeps everyone informed about the company goals, and it just keeps everybody on track in general. That goes for rules, that goes for goals, like I said before, and just expectations. On the other hand, informal communications happen outside the official communication channels. This includes casual conversation between coworkers, text messages, lunch discussions. So basically, just you know how there's like mainstream music, like we're talking about the underground side of communication. Informal communication can sometimes spread rumors or be very inaccurate. This could lead to frustration, disconnection, a decrease in chemistry between employees, and it just wouldn't be a positive for the organization slash workplace. Smart managers understand that informal communication will always exist, so instead of ignoring it, they should monitor it and provide accurate information whenever it's possible to prevent these misunderstandings. Another major part of communication is nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication includes facial expressions, eye contact, posture, gesture, body language, tone of voice, or just even personal appearance. Basically, it's just how you give yourself off. It's your persona. Sometimes people communicate more through their actions than through their words. Um, we see that more in our society. For example, a manager may tell employees that they're doing a great job, but if they avoid eye contact or speak in a bored tone voice, employees may not believe or just think that that manager is just being just a sarcastic person. That will also lead to misunderstandings and just unnecessary turmoil. Another important skill managers should practice is active listening. Communication is not just about talking, it also involves listening carefully, asking questions, and making sure people understand each other. Overall, communication is one of the foundations of effective management. The communication process helps in inform and move from one person to another, while feedback helps ensure the message is understood correctly. Managers who communicate clearly, actively listen, and pay attention to both verbal and nonverbal communicators are more likely to build trust and motivate their employees to strive for greatness in the workplace and create a productive work environment. So, thank you very much.